This is the Healey Brothers Show.
So we're going to talk about, what do you want to call it, the supercar killer?
Oh, no, yeah. This is the supercar killer.
All right,
A lot of my friends that have the supercars and other people probably don't like that term because they're Ferraris and Lamborghinis.
No.
But I think it truly is the supercar killer.
So Chevy announced the Corvette ZR1, which has been anticipated. People had ideas of what it was going to be, and it's a twin turbo factory Corvette. So if you want to just name off the specs of it.
So it is the same engine as the Z06, the 5.5 liter, but it's slightly modified.
Oh.
So you have the twin turbo. So you have 1,064 horsepower, which is insane.
Pretty crazy.
828 pounds of torque. And then 1,200 pounds of downforce.
Yeah,
that is just an absolute
stick on the ground.
That is a street legal race car.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
I mean, and it's gonna do 215 miles an hour. 215 miles an hour.
Yeah,
Chevrolet made a car that could do 215 miles an hour.
Yeah, I'm curious on what the past ZR1 top speed was. I should have.
My uncle had the orange one, the old school one, but
The C7,
this thing just looks like a fighter jet.
Yeah, it's a big difference.
And the coolest the part of it that I like, and we'll go over some of the other features that are coming out, but is the split window, like to bring it back on the old school Corvette.
Gen 2 Stingray.
Yeah,
it is
cool
functional
stuff.
too.
Granted, reverse is not going to be easy, but sure.
It is functional too. The rear window, there are vents that now lead to more cooling. Like every little thing they did on the new ZR1 was very thoughtfully placed. So not only does it pay homage to the C2 Stingray, those vents add more cooling than the window did on the previous.
And I shouldn't say the reverse is bad, because in the Z06 they put the little camera in the rearview mirror, so they have the camera back, so you'll be okay. But
you can't turn around though.
But I don't think you should be doing much reverse in that car.
No.
It should be going straight line.
Yeah. But the car was they thought out everything on this car.
It broke the internet when they released it. It got leaked, and my feed was just mangled with ZR1. People that I wouldn't think talk about it were talking about the ZR1. Like I had friends that he's a Ferrari asked me about it. He was like impressed. So he's it's that car. Just the first look, it's absolutely incredible. I can't wait to see it in person.
Seeing it in person is going to be special. But the reason why it just looks so aggressive is obviously not only did they throw two turbos on the Z06's already crazy engine, they did so many body modifications to the vehicle to achieve more cooling and that 1,200 pounds downforce. Because obviously it's got because I think the Z06 is an 800s, 700s. I should have pulled that up.
Yeah. So
8 or 700 is around where the Z06
we'll bring up the comparison, the difference. And
so you have at least 200 more horsepower in the ZR1 than you do in the Z06. That's why they need to do so many body modifications to get so much downforce, because you got to keep that thing stuck to the ground when you're hitting that top speed of 215 miles an hour.
Yeah, it'll just lift up.
So they did so many body modifications with, the one that you'll notice right up front is the hood. They got rid of the frunk. So for cooling with the frunk, they put a big intercooler
So for what the frunk is, it's the front trunk, everyone. So it's a cool. It's actually a great little spot in the Z06, because that's where I put my briefcase.
It's gone.
When I steal my dad, that's where I put the briefcase.
It's gone in the ZR1 though. They put a giant intercooler in there, and then they added ducts in the hood that obviously work for the intercoolers, but then help with the downforce because there's more air that gets in there.
And then also they for cooling as well, they put on the front bumper. They have to help the airflow to also bring it up into the intercooler as well.
Yeah, so they added a lot.
And everything is carbon fiber too, which is so sick.
Yeah, there's a lot of carbon fiber on it to begin with, but then just like how the Z06 had, there's
And that's a package too, so you can get it pretty.
What's the package called? Yeah, I'm trying to think what they named the package, but it's a track pack. Is it Z07?
Z07.
It's a track pack that adds more carbon fiber.
Yeah, we were there at the same time, right? The auto show when they showed it, that package with the carbon fiber.
We probably were. We went on different days though.
Yeah, but I think we talked about it.
Yeah, but so it adds a big wing. It adds more carbon fiber, like splitters on the front bumper. Carbon fiber wheels are an option, and that also increases the downforce too. That track pack, and I think you get different specific Michelin tires when you get the track pack.
Yeah, they do have upgraded. They do have upgraded tires. I remember them talking about that. So
if you really want to stick to the ground, get the track pack, because that adds a lot to it.
I'm
but now
gonna go over 50 when I get it.
Now they did add the biggest brakes that are on a Corvette for a reasoning, and they're carbon ceramic brakes. I don't know what the exact diameter is. They didn't put that in any of their specs on how big
they are. They are still releasing specs as it goes on.
Yeah, so they didn't specifically name how big the brakes are. But now above the rear fenders, you're going to see, you always have the ducts on the side of the car, like how your dad's Corvettes do. And there's an intercooler in there. They always had those ducts. But now above those, there's 2 new ducts, and those specifically go to the brakes. So they're air ducts specifically for the brakes, so they're air-cooled carbon ceramic brakes. So, I mean...
no braking from me, buddy.
I mean, Chevy thought out everything for this car, like, from the beginning. Like, if you even go, Chevy had the car, if you want to say, they had a version of it, like, as a shell, like, almost, like, cut in half, and they had people come in and see it, and it was the 2 engineers who worked on it. I'll pull up the video, because obviously I can't explain it.
Definitely show some of that.
I can't explain it like cool. They did, but, like, someone's...
Well, they also built the car.
They saw something with the oil pan that was a weird design. I think it was the oil pan from the beginning, and then they asked the engineers, and they're like, yeah, like, it was designed like that with the turbos being placed here. So, like, they... From the beginning where they designed the vehicles, they already knew they were going to be putting turbos in these spots, so they designed them specifically. Because I think they worded that, like, obviously for production reasonings, you want to reuse as many parts as you can. So if you already know that you want to slap 2 turbos on this engine, let's design it from the beginning to be able to fit them without having to do any other specific modifications. And that's where the front trunk idea came in as well. They did that because they knew the E-Ray was going to be a thing, right? They admitted
so
that.
I got to see the E-Ray.
Yeah, we saw it at the auto show.
Yeah, so
I didn't get to hear it.
I got to see it in Vegas. So it sounds badass.
Yeah, I didn't get it. They didn't turn on.
You know, it's like a small little electric turbo motor. Yeah. It's not really electric, but the cool I thought the coolest feature was they're like, hey, like if you live in a condo, you can start your car and you don't even hear it start, and it warms the motor up. And then once you leave, everyone will know you're there. So that car is
pretty funny.
Is as fast as Z06, if not faster.
I think it has a 0.1 second faster.
Yeah, so it's slightly faster.
And it's all-wheel drive.
But we haven't seen one of those on our lot either.
No,
so.
The reason why I was mentioning that though is the Chevy thought all of this out from the beginning. Having the front trunk and making it mid-engine was having a hybrid all-wheel drive Corvette in mind. Because now that gave them the space in the front of the vehicle, having a front trunk and the engine being mid-engine to be able to do so. And now doing that same thing allowed them to add that giant intercool in the front of the vehicle. So Chevy really thought out all of it pretty crazy.
I thought they nailed it with the Z06. I mean, come from personal experience driving that car, it is unbelievable. Granted, you go through tires quick, but that car is so fun to drive. I was blown away. I didn't think I was driving a Chevrolet.
How much does it let you drive it?
I mean, that's it. He drives that like a daily. If it's nice out,
I see him at Chevy with it most days.
He drives it a ton. He'll let me drive it every now and then. But that's like his baby. Like if it's nice weather like today, the car's out. If it's sun out, his big philosophy is, if I pay for it, I'm gonna drive that thing. So I'm not gonna just look at it.
The first day he brought it to Chevy, he walked in the showroom and all I heard him yell to Kenny and Bill was like, I think he said, I think he just screamed like, the beast is here or something like that to get them to go outside. Because this thing sounds crazy. Like,
my God.
You know where like Nigel sits? Yeah. Like I'll edit in that desk in there.
They shift the windows probably.
Yeah. You hear it turn on. Yeah.
I mean, they crush. I mean, he went all out. He did the red too. Yep. And that car is special.
He has the track pack too, right?
Yeah, he has the carbon fiber pack, everything you could possibly have on that. And those cars, like, they're affordable, but they get up there in price at the package.
Now, that was going to be my question.
Also, one more question about, I didn't see this when I was reading about the ZR1. Is there still the spot for the golf bag in the back?
Yeah, they still have.
So I wasn't sure if they were closing up or made a different angle because the golf bag fits perfect.
You know, they left the trunk how it is. The only one you lost is the front trunk, but that was
as long as the clubs could fit in there.
Yeah, you can fit the golf clubs.
Okay, so that's important for the golfers, especially
for people who like it. Is available in a coupe or convertible. Obviously, getting a convertible jacks the price up a little bit. More than a little bit. But now, if you don't mind me asking, what was the rough price of your dad's?
So it was
fully loaded Z06.
It came out to about 187.
187.
And that's fully. That's like nuts to bolts. That's everything you could possibly get. I mean, maybe like a couple features switched on and off with people, but you can get them pretty base. It's just some of the offers they have, like the extra.
Yeah, you can't.
I mean, if you're gonna pay the money, you gotta.
Yeah. So now the reason why I asked that is because Chevy. I mean, there's a lot of information Chevy withheld. Right? No 0 to 60 yet. Yeah. So many like things that they didn't release.
The
price is one thing that they didn't touch on at all. Car drivers trying to think it would start somewhere between 180 and 200.
I think it's going to be lost.
I think it's going to be a lot more than that. I don't remember what other auto outlet thinks like 300,000, and truthfully, that's still phenomenally priced. On the bottom of the sheet here.
Let me just touch on the price. So I think I think you'll get a starting. Granted, there'll be some packages where you can probably get it down. I would say my guess would be 225.
Okay.
Or 200 to 225. That'd be like starting.
That's close to a car
And I think you can get up to. I think it's gonna be under 300 for sure. They know it. Chevrolet's
fully
been
loaded?
phenomenal. Yeah, phenomenal
Okay.
with pricing their vehicles, even their high-end vehicles. Like that Z06 is a 200,000 plus car with the way it performs.
For sure.
And everything. It's phenomenal. But I think that's where it's going to be. I think the 180 is a pipe dream.
That's why I wanted to ask about your dad's, because you said fully loaded Z06.
Yeah, so I think that's a pipe dream.
Yeah.
I mean, this car goes 215 miles an hour. So it's literally a fighter jet on the road.
But to put in perspective why that price does not matter, I have cars listed here.
Oh yeah, should I read some of these
There's
ones?
literally no reasoning why the price matters. Go ahead and read some of them.
So some of these cars. So first of all, all these cars are based around 1,000 horsepower, a little lesser. Yeah. Granted, they are luxury vehicles, and I'm not saying anything bad about them because I love every single one of these vehicles on here. Like absolutely love.
Yeah.
So the McLaren Speedtail, 1,055 horsepower. They're going for $2 million. Granted, the McLarens are the 720S, right? It's close. It still goes for what is that in the 400,000?
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, you can get 720.
Yeah, some of these other supercars, and these are extreme supercars. These are collector cars too. So
yeah, the AMG one.
But like for these horsepower, Mercedes AMG one, 1,063 horsepower, less horsepower, 2.7 million. Porsche 918 Spider.
This was an interesting one that someone put up here.
They go for 1.5 million.
Yeah.
And granted, you can't put these in the same class because these are collector cars, but we're just basing this off the horsepower they have for how much money you're paying on a car.
Yep.
So, and I don't want to people get confused with, these are collector's cars, these are phenomenal vehicles, but we're just basing them pure off horsepower for the price, and it's like, it's crazy. The Ferraris, 528,000. And the SF90 aftermarket was going for 800,000 at one point.
Yeah, that's just a starting price.
Yeah.
520,000.
But I'm saying aftermarket, when they couldn't get them, when people couldn't get Ferraris, they were going for that much. The Lamborghini, 1,000, and that car's cool as hell too. So 608,000.
Jeez, I can't pronounce it. Revelto.
Yeah, and then the Demon. I mean, Stellantis has their pricing figured out too. Their animals.
The Demon 170.
Yeah, their animals. I mean, the sticker is about 100K there, but it's just crazy how Chevrolet is able to get this much power and performance
for the price.
Like, and it goes to show like they can do it on their Highline, and cars they did it through their whole model line too, which is amazing. And the ZR1 is so much excitement. My dad was texting about it nonstop. He was getting the text because he has the Z06. Oh, check out the video, and he's all fired up. He already wants to do his color combos and stuff like that. I mean, it's an exciting car, and I think even if you don't love Corvettes, you have to respect it and really take into account how well Chevy and GM did to create this.
Yeah, I think
vehicle.
the biggest thing where it made you realize the step up that Chevy took with the C8 was when the Stingray first came out. So many YouTubers and just content creators like bought them because rather than spending, I mean, obviously they all have businesses. They probably use some type of tax write-off. You know, they would either rent or buy like Huracans and stuff like that. So many of them started renting and or buying Stingrays because now they're buying them for like under 100,000.
Yeah.
Right. So that was like the first thing that lit up in everyone's mind was like, oh shit, like these content creators and YouTubers are now buying Corvettes instead of Lamborghinis. Because the price point was just there. I mean, even when you compare like,
and they perform.
I was just saying, when you compare the Stingray performance, the 060 is still like 2.9.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
It's no joke of a car.
Yeah. So this is just on a whole nother level. But from the beginning, the C8s were special. This is just something that's insane. But Chevy hit it. I can't wait to see them. I don't know when they'll release the rest of the specs. I don't know when they'll be available to order. But
I want them to get these.
It probably shouldn't be too far away because it's a 2025 model.
Yeah.
So obviously, we're not going to see it come the tail end 2024, being that you have no information, because you do get some 2025s at the end of the calendar year.
And they keep the hype up, so they slowly drip new stuff to keep the hype up. But I want to really see this vehicle on the track with some other ones. Like, I want to see it eat some of these other supercars.
Yeah, I mean, they'll probably bring it out to Germany, go to Nürburgring, and see what type of lap
share all that content as well, too.
Yeah, but I'm going to guess, I don't know if you want to guess, but maybe by like Q1, Q2, somewhere around that time.
Boy.
You'll get like orders.
One good thing is manufacturing is somewhat got back to normal. Granted, there's some little hiccups here and there.
Like I said, they designed it specifically for production in mind to be able to reuse as many parts as possible. Yeah. So it's not like they have to streamline a whole new production.
I think Q1 is a good guess.
And that's just for
I
orders.
would say my guess would be, I think Q1's a good guess, but I think beginning of Q2 would be ready for like the summer months of. That'd be my guess.
Now, is that for you guessing for placing orders or them hitting, like being able to receive your orders?
Oh, I think they're gonna let orders come sooner than you think.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think because they did it with the Z06. They took them like really in advance. And I think they want to get a kind of a good count. I don't think they're gonna release a ton. Like they're not gonna make it like everyone can get them.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you have an idea?
Yeah,
I know they're very
it's based off. It's
particular.
So, even though if you order one, it's based off what dealers earn too. So, so that's another thing. So like I don't earn an infinite amount of Z06s. You could ask for it, but you might have to wait a year to get a Z06. So it's based off what the dealer can earn from the factory.
Do you have an idea of what we've earned in terms of that?
So they haven't released that exactly yet, what we earned in ZR1. We have a Z06 that someone canceled now, but
That's Chevy.
Yep, and we have another one coming in that they gave us one stock. So we earn, I think, 3 or 4 Z06 this year. ZR1's going to be less.
Yeah, okay. What does it base it off of for earning? Is it sales of other Corvette models?
It's also it's your sales, it's sales of Corvette models, how you've done in the past, and they have some other things in there, I'm sure, but they're pretty good about it. It's pretty fair for the most part, and also we have 2 Chevy stores, so we can kind of, if a customer really wants one, we could kind of.
Is it both stores got 3 to 4 Z06s or
no? I think WS it's a little bigger volume than the other one. I think they earned. Even though we sell more Corvette, I think they earned 1 more Z06 than we did. It's just the timing of when they come and stuff like that.
Okay.
But it's slightly
So
different.
basically you're saying that we might get 2 ZR1s.
I'm not promising anything, but also they'll take into account how many people want ZR1s from us too.
Okay.
But yeah, it's there's still information coming out. It's fresh to us. We knew it was coming.
It was the other day. Was it Friday?
It's fresh to us. It's fresh to us. We're communicating. There's so much hype around it. Everyone's excited. My brothers are going crazy about it.
Drew sent a message.
Yeah. Oh, I mean,
Teams right away.
Drew's
Drew's
the one that probably leaked it.
I think I just finished watching the video of it, and then Drew sent a message in Teams.
Yeah.
But so obviously we talked about it, but I'm going to put a lot of clips over this so they can watch. The actual engineers of the car explain what I was talking about.
The real professionals.
Yeah, you can listen to them.
Guys, but I can't wait for that car to get here, and I'm excited for our consumers that get that vehicle.
It's going to be super exciting.
And also Chevrolet to release some new content on it because it's exciting. It's exciting for Chevrolet and what they've done with these performance vehicles. It's a different animal nowadays.
For sure. I think we'll revisit it.
Yeah, definitely put some comparison of the ZR1 to Z06.
Yeah, we'll put
maybe
the
mix in some other supercars in there too. Just do not the collectors, but let's mix in some of the
more basic
Ferraris, the
McLarens,
McLarens, Lambos, and just show that comparison, just the horsepower comparison.
I just had to put those up there because that's what popped up when you search it up. It compared it to these vehicles.
Just basing it off horsepower, and like I said, not the other thing. It's just so eye-opening. Like, how did they do it for that? Granted, the price not released. Who knows? They might hit us with some big one, but I think they're going to price it in that range that we just talked about.
Yeah. Cool. I think that's it. We'll revisit it when it actually hits lot.
Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, hit that subscribe button, and follow us at Healey Brothers on all social platforms.